The whole Terra ecosystem is going completely bonkers today, guys. You can see Terra Classic is up 11% on the daily time frame. We've got Terra Luna, ranked 222, up 27% on the daily time frame. So we're seeing more burning get implemented. That 1.2% tax burn is slowly but surely kicking in, and I think we're going to see a lot of FOMO around this project. Now, let's talk about Terra Luna Classic. What do we need to see in order to actually see this project hit 1 cent? Because I think that is a pragmatic target. I don't think $1 is ever going to happen, but we need to see a 10% reduction in the total supply as well as a 10% reduction in the increase in the price, let's say. So we have 6.5-ish trillion tokens in circulation right now. What we want to see is 650 billion in circulation. That's the idea. That's the goal that we want to see. And Lunar Classic right now is really reminding me of this particular phase where we had a lot of accumulation here for 17 days. Then we saw that massive breakout to the upside. So finally, Luna has broken back through the psychological barrier, the big resistance of $0.0001. And there it is, we've broken back through. So we're now in this range. We have a significant amount of resistance at 0.00011, but I think it's all irrelevant as long as we continue to burn more Luna. And as this tax burn gets deployed onto more centralized exchanges, if we can keep a lot of daily volume for the project, we're going to keep maintaining a lot of, actual burning of the token. At some point we'll find a plateau. There will be the equilibrium which will be found, and I think to begin with, the burn is going to be rapid, and we are going to see the acceleration of price very, very quickly. So we did actually identify this level here, right here, and here as some really nice accumulation ranges because of the extreme fear and the oversold positions associated with that price level. So 0.0008 was a really, really good level to get in. Right now, we're just holding firmly at this particular level here for our friend Terra Luna Classic. As you can see, we've come down to that 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. We're just holding kind of steadily over here. We've got a bit of a red candle in the hourly forming, but we've got a green on that 30-minute time frame. So it's possible we can still get a bounce up to the 0.00011. By the way, guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure you do hit subscribe so you can enter into the $200 giveaway of my favorite project, Lucky Block. So let's talk about it. What we need to understand is that the Lunar Burn is not linear because it is relative to the amount of transaction volume that occurs through the day. So far, looking at coin market cap, we can see we're getting around $200 million on average per day with a burn implementation at 1.2%. We know that the Lunar Classic total supply is 6.91 trillion or 6,910 billion. The burn implementation mechanism will stop at 10 billion. So let's look at the days until 10 billion achieved, or more importantly, the days until 650 billion achieved, because that would be a 10x reduction in the supply. So the burn at 1.2% per year, average transaction volume daily, we're going to see 72 million in value, and also the tokens that will be burnt would be 860 billion. I'd imagine a price impact of around 2.5 to 5% per month, no matter what happens, but this is all assuming the price stays the same. We've got to also consider, can FOMO kick in? Will whales dump? Will the main bag holders that bought really low down dump on all the new retail investors that are FOMOing in? Let's also have a look at what can happen with a $1 billion daily transaction volume. Would see 360 in terms of the valuation burn a month, and around about 4 trillion tokens burnt. Now, obviously, over a year, that would be like 40 trillion tokens, which is not going to happen, right? We're going to see it plateau as the amount of tokens gets reduced. We're going to see less of it get burnt. So this is just assuming everything is the same. Let's assume because of this, we've got $200 million average daily transaction at the moment. Let's just assume that the community is growing, everything's going great, there's a lot of hype, traction, new protocol upgrades and things going on. It gets deployed on more centralized exchanges, more chains partner up, all these lovely things. We could assume maybe we're going to get a $600 million average transaction volume over the next 12 months, which would mean 216 million in value would be burnt, and around 75 billion tokens per day, which would give us about 2.25 trillion a month. This is around 75 billion a day, meaning in order to get us to that 650 billion total supply level, it's probably going to take around 83 days, assuming everything stays exactly how it is. Of course, the burning is going to be rapid to begin with. We will see that drop off. So this calculation could easily turn into like 3 to 5 years, but I'm just kind of looking at it. So what do we need in order to see Terra Lunar Classic hit $0.01? We need a 10x in the reduction of the circulating supply and a 10x in the price, which would give it 100x potential from these current trading price levels, right? We'd actually probably see a $7 to $14 billion market capital range by 2025 as well. And I just want to put it out there, I don't think Lunar Classic will ever hit $1 just due to the tokenomics. Maybe in 100 years, 200 years or something crazy like that. But this is all just dubious speculation. So make sure you don't put a lot of money into this project just because I made a video on this. It's not financial advice, but it's just what I'm looking at. So maybe a good exit strategy for this is waiting for that supply to come down to around the $1 to $3 billion levels, just to ensure that you get out early enough and protect yourself against the whales and the other major investors in this project right now. We can also see Lunar Classic burner. We've got 0.027 of the total supply burnt right now. That's 1.9 billion right there. That's a huge amount. And looking at the Terra Classic burn HQ, more amazing news from the Terra Rebels team. There are currently 33 projects actively migrating to the Lunar Classic chain. LUNC will be an undeniably attractive ecosystem to build in. Reliable governance, professional maintenance, and a devoted community. Let's build. So if you're feeling bullish for Lunar Classic, make sure you smash subscribe to this video. Leave a comment down below. What do you think might happen about the future of Terra Lunar Classic? How long do you think it's going to take to, scrape away 6 trillion supply? And yeah, let me know your predictions long term and short term. Subscribe to the channel. Stay safe, guys. Stay crypto safe, and much love. See you soon.